7 deadly sins, and yours is...
What are you, picking out wedding cakes?
Yeah.
Hope you have better luck than I did.
Why, you didn't like your cake? I think your luck's been fucking great.
Christopher envies Tony B because he sees Tony B as the favorite family member of Tony Soprano. It's almost like Christopher is forgetting where Tony B was when he was gone. When he gets back, he gets into some hot water when Long John Silver, kills Joey Peeps. What's Tony B's punishment? Tony S puts him in charge of the casino.
And here we are again. Tony B goes wrong, and Tony lays a $200K a year cash cow on. You know, I could have called you Ichabod Crane, but I didn't. You want me to be honest? The favoritism Tony still shows for our fucking cousin, after what he's done, what does Tony B have on this guy?
Tony envied Janice. He envied Janice when he saw her making progress in anger management. You'd think he would have been ecstatic given how furious he was when she was getting into trouble on the soccer field and getting their family's name in the news for all the wrong reasons. It's also kind of funny how she's holding an ice skate. Good thing Tony didn't ask about Harpo here.
So how's that going?
Anger management? It's the best thing that ever happened to me.
So they got you on tranquilizers?
No. Basically, it's taking responsibility for your anger and, learning to recognize your feelings of anger and that they're just feelings. I was making everybody in my life miserable.
I'm happy for you.
A shameless meme plug of mine.
Thank you.
I am.
Good eggplant, Jack.
First, Janice learns to better control her anger, and now she's even cooking dinner for the family. Now that is a bridge too far.
Wonder where Harpo's eating his Sunday dinner.
What?
Tony's been in therapy for years, trying to work on his anger.
That's my mother we're talking about, not some fuck up in Attica. I know I broke your coffee table.
Janice starts anger management. She's making progress already.
I wonder what's French Canadian for. I grew up without a mother. Sacre bleu, where is me mama?
Fucking Tony. He knows my mother's ill. Then he rules against me in this Morristown bullshit.
Had to be. Paulie told Johnny.
You think so?
He hates my success.
Since Ralphie's bringing him all this espionage, Carol, you'd think I was carrying a load in my pants the way Tony sticks his nose up when I'm around. Nah, I'm not insensitive. I hurt too. Let's whack this cocksucker and be done with it.
I'm here to enjoy myself.
Ralph was a great earner, and everybody knew that, including Paulie. Paulie didn't like Ralph. Was it because Paulie was so disgusted by Ralph killing Tracee and couldn't bear to pretend to like a guy who did something like that?
It's way out of line.
20 years old, this girl.
That too.
I don't think so. I think he just wished that his envelopes were as fat as Ralph's. And he gets especially pissed when Tony only makes Ralph give him $12K from the robbery of the check cashing store in Morristown.
I can't believe this.
Why not? Last year you believed that flying saucer was over East Rutherford.
Ralph told this funny fucking joke, though, at Albert's party.
He said that?
Yeah.
And you think it's funny? Listen, John, I just want to say, I hope your feelings weren't hurt too bad and that it never got back to the missus.
Paulie tells Johnny Sack about the Ginny joke because he envies Ralph. At that point, Ralph has massive earning power. Paulie feels underappreciated, financially insecure, aging and replaceable. So when Paulie hears the joke, he doesn't hear it as an insult to Ginny. He hears it as leverage.
You have any idea what Albert kicked up last week?
Fuck that fucking parakeet. I got a relationship with Tony Albert'll never have.
How about you, Albert? You weigh in anytime.
I'm with him.
All things being equal.
No. Make a move against Tony Soprano. No way.
God forbid, if this gets really bad, there could be a change.
Tony? I'm only trying to bring good relations between the families. As I always do and always will. No matter what happens or who's in charge. If it's me, God forbid.
I thought you might need some help around here today. It's my weekend with the boys. They'll stay out of the way.
Tony B envied Tony Soprano. Of course, there's the whole not going to prison thing, but I think with Tony B, he really envied the home and the family that Tony S had, that Tony B had lost when he went away, and the daughter issue in particular.
How you doing? Yeah? Remember when you were a little girl, what I used to call you? What do you mean you don't remember? You don't remember? You don't remember. You remember what I used to call you?
Tony B's own daughter is around Meadow's age, but she doesn't want to be in her father's life, so much so that he's looked into hiring private investigators to try to find her. Meanwhile, even though Meadow went on and on in the beginning about wanting to get far away from her parents, we see that she prefers to be at home in the end, close to them.
Nice to have money. Rehabilitation, please. Yeah. The nature of the system instills the convict mentality to the point where prison becomes the only venue where the convict can function.
Hey, ow!
You took this tonight, didn't you?
He doesn't care. With all the stuff he has, he got to go to the Olympics and everything. I love where he lives. I don't want to come back here.
It's funny, because guys like me, we come here, we get drunk and stare. I couldn't. But you.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Nothing, it's just a fact. No.
All right, I'm sorry. Have another one. Come on.
I know where your heart is. I gotta plan a menu for tomorrow.
Artie envies Tony's confidence, his access and charisma, his freedom from consequence, at least mostly, and his ability to command respect through fear. Artie wants that feeling of power without the cost of violence.
Life's not fair, right? I know. But somehow I believe my dad's crap about honest work. He used to say to me, "You'll see. Pays off in the end." What a joke.
Hey, did I tell you I'm gonna go into business with Tony?
What? Like a restaurant?
Satriali Foods. Probably gonna change the name to Vesuvio.
You saw this whole thing, didn't you? You knew exactly what was gonna happen. You can see 20 moves down the road. Please, I don't blame you. I envy you. It's like an instinct, like a hawk sees a little mouse moving around a cornfield from a mile up. It's just that somebody mentions 50 grand to bankroll a French digestif, and your mind goes through all the permutations at like internet speed and realizes, oh, worst case scenario, I eat for free.
Interestingly, with Tony and Artie, I think the envy runs both ways. And I think we see this at the end in the penultimate episode when Charmaine and Artie go up to the table where Tony and Carmela are sitting and start asking them about how things are going. Tony envies what Artie has that can't be bought, a legitimate life, work that produces something real, even if he had to do an early bird special and twofers for a while. Artie gets to be angry, insecure, and still be innocent. Tony doesn't.
She'd have been good at it, though, Med. Always intellectually curious, even as a take.
What about AJ? How's he doing?
Oh, he's good. He's good.
Good.
Carmela envied Angie Bonpensiero. Back when Puss Bonpensiero was still around and Angie was considering divorcing him, Carmela discouraged her from doing so.
A silent auction again? Why not get live auctioning?
I got to see Bream.
I think that was a case of, if you do this, then that means I can do this, but I'm scared to do this, divorce. So why don't you just stay in this purgatory with me?
In the end, I know you're not gonna leave him.
But once Puss goes into witness protection, wink wink, Angie didn't have a choice. And she struggled, but she put aside her pride and did what she needed to do. And then she got an opportunity to run the body shop. Now the tables are turned and it's Angie Bonpensiero with a level of independence that I think Carmela really wishes she could achieve for herself.
God gave me more years, Carmela. This very morning, God gave me a gift. Anyhow, put me down for $2,000 worth of body work and or paint.
$2,000? What an inch.
I'm here for the free bodywork certificates for the auction.
Oh, that's right.
But if you're busy...
This will just take another sec.
Okay, sure.
Well, they were doing something behind closed doors.
Is that a Porsche?
Had my eye on it for months. The gift from Tony.
I thought about a Boxster, but I don't know. The vet felt more like me.
You bought that yourself?
The accountant says I'm better off owning it outright.
Thanks for watching. What are some other instances of envy in the show with other characters?